Good morning, everyone. My face looks oily, my hair is a mess, and also I have a zip, which I typically never have. You may notice some things are missing from this wall and on top of the bookshelves. Pet room is looking kind of bare in terms of art and decoration, and that's because I'm so excited. I'm about to move all of the gecko bookshelves and replace them and redecorate them. And we are also currently moving the crested geckos into larger custom enclosures. Well, it's one giant custom enclosure with dividers. I'm so excited. Those are Aaron's crested geckos. My Rio's still be in an Exoterra. But it's super cool. Everybody's getting upgrades. I'm really excited. If you've been on my channel a long time, you will know what this angle means. This angle means that I have got my phone on the window and that I am facing outside because I am waiting for an animal to be delivered. Now, they overnight shipping, which is obviously all I'll do because anything else is cruel. The overnight shipping means that the animal spent like 12 hours or less in the box, and the animal in question is a tiger salamander. But he was coming from Florida, and to combat the temperatures in Florida, his previous owner, who has been just an absolute marvelous, wonderful person to work with compared to a lot of situations I've had in the past with people getting animals from them, I think he has been like just the absolute easiest, especially since like I have no communications with him before this. So his former owner, who adores him, called him Sam the Salad Man because that's what the neighbor kids called him because they couldn't say salamander, which I just thought was precious. So Sam the Salad Man was placed in an 8x8x8 box, which sounds small, but small is better because then they can't jostle around inside. He was placed inside of a Tupperware container surrounded by styrofoam. He has a cold pack in there to keep him nice and chilled because salamanders have to stay cold. They can't tolerate 80 degrees and above, which it is right now because it's summertime. But in Indiana today and yesterday was like 70 something, and then this morning and last night was in the 60s, which is like kind of rare. We've been waiting for perfect weather and like for a month now, and finally we have perfect weather. So instead of being dropped off at a sorting facility or like an actual post office, he was sent literally, he's taken right to the airport. So he didn't have to go through all the rustle and bustle before the airport. He just literally was at the airport, got put on a plane, and then as of like midnight last night, he was already in Indianapolis. And so he had spent all of 4 hours basically in Florida in his box, and then he was in Indianapolis at midnight, and then he's on his way here right now. And I'm super excited, and I also have to upload a video this morning, so as soon as I get him, I'm gonna open him, obviously record it like I've done. If you've been on this channel a long time, you've seen quite a few unboxing. You'll see that in the beginning of Welcome Home videos, so if you're into reptile or amphibian unboxings, then you can click on the Welcome Home video playlist on this channel. But anyways, like always, that's what I'm doing. I'm standing here passing the time. So now that I've been rambling for 7 minutes, I'm gonna go chill, and then I'm just gonna keep coming back to this window to look for the vehicle. It doesn't say it's out for delivery yet, but they do take quite a while to update, I've noticed. So I'm sure it probably is already out for delivery and they just haven't updated. But I'll of course update you guys when the truck is coming down the street. It just updated and said that my salamander, oh my god, my hair, is on the vehicle for delivery, which means that it could be here any minute because they always take a long time to update. So I'm standing by the window again. The truck, I just saw it. It's coming down the street. I gotta go. I literally, God, I'm so like anxious right now. I've literally managed to hit myself on everything in the process of getting to this situation. I knocked my foot on the vacuum, and then I hit my hand in the closet when I was getting the scissors. Okay. Oh, and then I dropped my camera. So this is the box. Live animal on it. Has all of the necessary things, and I'm just gonna open right away. Now, something that you need to know about tiger salamanders, and really all salamanders and amphibians, is that they're not like reptiles. They can't be held. Their skin is very sensitive to oils and chemicals and all that. So when I open this container and reveal him or her, I'm not going to touch him. But I will show you guys what he or she looks like and putting him or her in the enclosure. So, let me just lower this a wee bit. Oh, will it stand? There we go. Okay. Put them on. There's the cold pack. Oh, I can't get it out. I don't want to like make a mess. Oh, hold on a second. There, that should help offer some room. Oh, hi, bud. Let me cut this open. Oh, cool. So, I'm going to detail his or her story a little bit later on, but just know that this person came from a loving home and hasn't always had that. Basically, this salamander was kept as a teacher's pet and was not well cared for and was passed around by all the students, so it was touched a bunch. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? Oh, look at you. Look how big you are. My goodness. What cute. Aww. Hi, buddy. Girl or boy, don't know which. How cute. Okay, well. I know, it's a lot. Well, at least you're nice and cool, huh? The heat was not a problem. It's still cold outside here in Indiana. Yeah, this is my tiger salamander. On Instagram and on Twitter, you guys helped pick his or her name and also his or her sex because they can be difficult to sex. And so I'm just kind of like leaving it up to whatever. Like, I don't know for sure, so we'll just refer to him or her as a him or her, and it doesn't really matter. Hi, Jackson. No, 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 honey. No, no. No, no. Anyways, this tiger salamander was basically like passed around little grubby kindergartner children hands or whatever for like show and tell because it was a class pet, and also developed MBD, which is metabolic bone disease, and also had like a bunch of other issues, like was underweight. And this person that I got him from rehabilitated, nursed him back to health, that sort of thing. And I could say that's for sure because look at, he's so big. And he also, the person who gave me the salamander, also has 2 others. So there were quite a few salamanders, I guess, that had been teachers' pets. And I think he said that it had been a teacher pet for multiple teachers, like they passed it around between teachers. I'm gonna make a video about how I feel about teachers' pets, but in summation, salamanders should not be teachers' pets. Like, children can't handle salamanders, so probably not the best idea. Let me see if I can give you guys a better look. Oh, I know, it's scary. I tipped you. You've had quite the journey, huh? Do you want to go be put in your house? I'm petting Jackson too because whenever I open like new animals or I sit here and film, Jackson always very needy and really just wants to. Oh my god, the person who gave me the tiger salamander has been watching him so closely. He's like, it says delivered. Did you get him? Like, literally just got him like 2 minutes ago. So he must be awake with me this morning, like refreshing. So I'm gonna go and send him a very, happy message. Yes, tiger salamander is here, and also thank you so much, and really well packed and everything went well. So I'm gonna do that, and then the next thing you guys will see will be me putting him in his enclosure. So this is his current enclosure. There's a cork bark hide. There's obviously lots and lots of eco earth for him to really bury himself in. There's a nice water dish, or like, it's not a dish, but you know what I mean. And he's got some live plants too, so I'm not really sure how to get him in here without touching him. I might just go wash my hands really well. Hi, buddy. I know. Here, let's see if you'll just slide right out. Go on. This is your new home, Bubba. I know I'm like right in your face. It's been kind of a journey, huh? Here, go ahead. I know his eco looks dry, but I promise it's not. It's really wet. It's just really crumbly on top. Go ahead. Yeah, here you go. I'll give it a good spray down for you here in a minute. Yeah, hi pal. How you doing? Alright, you guys, I'm gonna let him get settled in like I do with all my other animals. Oh, hi bud. Oh yeah, this is definitely moist. It just doesn't look like it on camera, but I promise you it is. Plus there's inches of it, so it's really wet down there. I know, buddy. Some scary times. You had a really... Oh, you had a really stressful travel. And that's him in comparison to his whole enclosure. So cork bark hide is big enough for him to hide in. That's big enough for him to use. And then he's got tons of dirt, as you can see. It's inches thick, like it's a good 4 or 5 inches underneath. So he's got plenty of dirt. And when he chooses to go and do his thing, then he does his thing. But I'm just super happy to see him. Hi, buddy. How are you? Oh, hi, honey. Yeah, it's okay. I know it's very stressful. You had a very stressful day. I can appreciate that you've had a stressful time, sweetie. I like how he's looking right at me, though. Hi, buddy. You okay? Hi. Yeah, this is your new home. I hope you like it. You're looking right at me. Do you think it's food time? I don't have any food prep for you, but I promise I'll get you some later. He's so flippin' cute. Hi. Yeah, explore. There's a nice big hide for you right here. And you can also use the dirt, which I'm sure you will. Are you gonna come out? What is this? You can't come out. This is your house. Oh, I think he sees my little like hand mark where I was like digging in it to make sure it was moist, and I bet you he's gonna go right on in there. Look at. Goodbye. Oh, how cute. What are you doing? You didn't even... Yeah, you did not bury yourself. Oh, you're gonna go right into your water dish. Goofy salamander. Look at all the dirt on your head, buddy. Of course it won't focus. Yeah, did you discover your water dish, buddy? Here, I'm gonna kneel down. 1, it'll be less creaky, and 2, I'll be able to see you on your level. Also, you got dirt all over your head. Oh, my dog is dreaming. I'm also going to put like a rock or something in here so that it's easy for him to get in and out. It's not deep enough for him to drown or anything, but just want to make it easier, just like I do with my skink, even though he could probably get out of his just fine. Look, there he goes. Well, I'm gonna let him be, you guys. I'm just super happy to have him. I'm like looking to see if I can see him. He's gone. He's under the substrate. All I see is his tail. Bye, bud. Like you can see his like little slinky marks. Doodaloo. Again, good morning, hair. You're also seeing my closet and my vanity, so that's a new look. I'm in my bedroom because my dad is outside mowing, and mowing dead grass, I might add, so he's not really mowing anything, but I wanted to add a quick outro update, whatever. He's been here for a whole 24 hours. I have seen him pretty much not most of the time, but like a good deal of the time. He decided to grace us with his presence like all yesterday evening. He like sat in his little cork bark, as you guys saw in the picture, which was kind of hard to see, but he like had his head poking out a little bit. And then he kind of came out more and more, especially after I turned the lights off in his enclosure and in the bedroom it was darker. And then I gave him a hornworm, which of course is safe to do. I made sure I googled it and all that nonsense just to be 100% sure, but he got it down no problem and hasn't had any issues. So yes, hornworms are safe. People may think that like, oh, what about that little point on its butt end? In captivity, they're really soft and flexible. I don't know how they are like in the wild, but they're soft and flexible, so it's not a problem. But he didn't have any problem with it. And also the hornworm was cold because I keep them cold when I want them to stop growing. So it wasn't even like alert or anything. He just kind of like chomped it down. It barely moved. But anyways, he had a hornworm. I was so happy he ate. On top of that, I wanted to add that I would tell about his story, but I realized I told most of what I actually know yesterday. Basically, a few months ago, I was on, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, if it's Caldata, but it's caudata.org. It's a forum where people who keep amphibians, so frogs, salamanders, newts, whatever, axolotls are part of that group, obviously as salamanders, but that's where they go to ask questions, to sell them, to like learn all about them basically. I've been using it for so long, literally since like 2014, a long time. And when I was on there, I was looking at availability, because sometimes I just do that like for fun or just to see what's available, just like I do with Craigslist. You know, I'm not looking for anything in particular, I'm just looking. I saw tiger salamanders available from Florida that were up for adoption because they were previously teachers' pets. And when I saw that they were teachers' pets, I was appalled. But then when I found out the extent to which the tiger salamanders were handled by children especially, and that he wasn't fed often, he wasn't properly supplemented, the more I learned about it, of course, the sadder I was. But I was also super thrilled because, one, I would love the opportunity to adopt a tiger salamander. It presented itself, which was great. And two, the person who previously had him was an absolute gem, was amazing to work with, as I commented earlier, and also took excellent care of all the salamanders that he had that were teachers' pets and rehabilitated them. And so just major props to that person, and I'm super thrilled to have had the opportunity to reach out to them. And this was like in May, so a couple months ago. So we've been working on this for a few months, and from the moment that I got my cave gecko and I got the Exoterra that was too short in my opinion to allow her to do proper climbing. In fact, I'm actually going to be upgrading her again to a taller enclosure because I've seen some very interesting behavior in terms of climbing from Nymeria. But that'll be in an update video because I've been taking screenshots and pictures and videos and stuff for an updated video about Nymeria. But anyways, the more I talked to this person, the more I wanted the tiger salamanders, and then as soon as I had the Exoterra and I had the space, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna help out for sure. It took a long time to arrange because of the weather. Like I said, we wanted to make sure there were safe conditions. Also, we had some problems with Reptiles Express shipping costs, which were originally like $70 and then dropped down to like 40 something, so thankfully, because I was not excited about paying $70, but I was going to. We just had to wait for good temperatures, but by the time that we waited for good temperatures, the prices had dropped, fortunately. Also, I can give the proper name and sex reveal. I'll post the screenshots from Twitter and Instagram where you guys voted right here. So as you can see, Neville won, so we're going to call the tiger salamander Neville, and we're going to refer to him as a boy. Look, there's my big old lab Sam. And so yeah, that's all. That's all there is. Neville is home, and I'm just really excited about the rest of his life and his journey with me and sharing him here on this channel with you. I know everyone's gonna ask for a care video and all that stuff, but it's gonna be some time because, like I said with Nymeria, like I said with my fire skink, if I have limited experience with the species, I do not want to put out an inadequate care video and then literally mess up other people if I do something wrong. So no, I'm not interested in putting out a care video that fast. Alright you guys, I think that's everything. Neville is currently underneath his dirt, living his little life. But I'm just really excited. I'm really excited from this point out. So if you want to see more of him, I always say this, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, go to Twitter. They're all linked below. That's where you'll see him. And if you want to see any new pets that are coming, Patreon is the place to go. The people on Patreon have known about the tiger salamander this whole time, like they've known for months. So if you want to be one of those people who knows all the details early, then join on Patreon. You can join for as little as $1 or as much as you want. You can consider a donation even if you want to. But you do get like early access to videos, like the Patreon people will have early access to this video, for example, and you get behind the scenes news. And also they knew about all the enclosure upgrades first. So they knew exactly what was happening in terms of upgrades before everybody else did, and they got to see them first. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, consider a donation because all that goes right back to the animals every single month. Whatever I make from Patreon literally goes right to food costs, goes right to enclosure upgrades, it goes right to the animals. So I'm super appreciative of people on Patreon. They're so supportive. I love them. But I also love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.